Well, hello everyone. We welcome you to the Alpha X Series 22nd edition. I'm your caster Snoopy, and with me today, of course, is the one and only Acontistas.
I'm glad to be here, and yeah, we just told to the players, and we have a little bit of a surprise for you guys today. I don't want to spoil it, so I'll let Snoopy do the honors about telling you what is this surprise.
Yeah, so basically, we have ourselves a best of 9 here, and we were thinking, does the players do they want to try out the next season ladder maps? And of course, both players actually did agree to play on the new ladder maps. So I think, yep, we're gonna have ourselves some older maps, of course, some of our current ladder maps, but also some of our upcoming new ones. So I'm excited because I'm gonna be honest, I have not taken a look at it, and I am very, very excited to see how these maps turns out.
Of course, we're gonna waste the first minute of every single game trying to see what's up with these new maps, and we're gonna start it off with a new map as well. It's gonna be on Oxide, which is one of the, I'd say, cooler new maps, at least aesthetically. So yeah, we're just gonna see how this will go. So we're just gonna wait a little bit. SpeCial is opening up his stream as well. We're just gonna wait until he's ready. And you said you didn't take a look at the new maps, but I'm very sure some of our viewers actually did. And have you seen Oxide? Have you seen this first map?
No, I have not taken a peek at any of the new maps. I'm sure, some players like our very own Xeno will, of course, check it out just to see and check out the cannon rushing spots. But yeah, I haven't seen them. I'm basically gonna be watching these maps for the first time. How about you?
I kind of watched a little bit of the new maps in the during the TLMC contest, so I kind of have an idea about how they are. They're pretty standard and there's nothing too crazy. So SpeCial said he's ready. We're just waiting for Hurricane now.
Awesome. This season, the current season ladder maps, I would say overall, I think the majority of players have been pretty satisfied with it. I haven't heard too many complaints of the kind of like the balance of the new maps or the current maps rather. So I'm gonna be interested to see if the newer maps, if there's gonna be somewhat of a divided opinion on it, or if it's gonna be similar to this season where generally overall the majority of players enjoy it.
I think it's not too crazy of a map pool, so I think the majority of players are going to like it. I do like this map pool. I do like the new maps. So yeah, we're just gonna see if everyone will agree or if there's gonna be some disagreement about how this new pool will perform. But let's get into the game and into the first introductions. Are you ready, my friend?
Of course, let's go. Let's get this started.
Spawning in the top right hand corner of Oxide, it's the blue Protoss player hailing from Korea. It is Hurricane.
And spawning here at the bottom left is the red Terran player from Team Exxon. He is SpeCial. All right,
He's
so
very defensive.
oh
Very.
yeah. Look at that. That natural ramp is pretty small.
It reminds me a little of Cerulean Fall.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
I think it's more defensive with these rocks here and there, but the choke point, like between the natural and the fur next to the rocks, that is a little bit nasty. I, having like side blockers and a choke point in such a strong position, it will be interesting. Maybe not in this matchup, but it will be interesting.
Yeah,
We do
so
have some PvT today.
yeah, I'm looking at the this actually there's basically two I think possible dirts you can take. I feel like the majority will take the one in the horizontal position.
Yeah.
But we could definitely see if like a pro blocks a Zerg's hatchery at the horizontal basis, horizontal dirt base, then maybe the Zerg will take the other one. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. But oh, looks like there's actually a cliff area, so the Reaper will be able to pop in here.
Yeah, kind of uncontested as well. Already a probe is falling down, and a second one is badly bruised. Looks like the Reaper will actually not commit for the probe. And oh wait, oh okay, never mind. He's gonna just go away. Oh, yeah, SpeCial. SpeCial is very good with his Reaper control, by the way. Look, oh, 2 probes already, 3 probes. All right, Hurricane. You need to get better with your shade.
But you know what? SpeCial with that Reaper did also spot the Stargate play of Hurricane. So looks like he is going to be pumping out those Marines, getting the Widow Mine from the factory to help with it. I expect it to be placed in the main base while the Marine will be defending the natural base.
There are also 2 adepts already through the map, ready to cause a little bit of a ruckus in the base of SpeCial. Who's pretty ready with a bunch of Marines already waiting for it. The Widow Mine is trying to get in position to deal with the Oracles. The Hurricane is starting to send through the map. And I think we're probably going to see a sack. Oh, wait. It's going to be a Raven, actually, probably. As the first.
Interesting.
Really important tech unit. Yeah, I do like it. It's a very interesting way to start playing the matchup. Okay, the Oracle is getting in a main of SpeCial, gonna get a full scouting. He's also gonna delay this command center by a little bit. SpeCial not super prepared to deal with it. But in the end, it's just gonna be that. And Hurricane is gonna wait for his second Oracle to arrive at it. And as you were saying, most players are gonna prefer the horizontal button for their third base, and so does Hurricane.
Alright, looks like we have a little bit of a kind of a harass here with these Oracles and the Adept. Now the SpeCial got to choose whether to decide to defend against the Adept or the Oracle. Now, luckily for him, he actually has a Widow Mine in the mineral line, so we'll be able to take down not only just the Oracle but also both Adepts. So nicely done there in terms of the cleanup for SpeCial.
Yeah, denying a lot of map control for Hurricane, who's just gonna rely on these Oracles, but he's gotta be very careful with so many Marines, a Raven, and a Widow Mine in position. These Oracles are really treading on dangerous places, and here comes 2 more kills. The Cyclone is almost gonna get another Oracle kill, but the Viking will actually clear it off for now. So 2 Reapers killed, 2 Adepts, and the price SpeCial has paid wasn't very high. 6 SCVs for that, I'll take it every day.
Yeah, as you can see in the resource tab with those 6 kills, looks like just a overall loss here for the Terran.
Hurricane just keeps on losing stuff. Third Oracle is gonna fall. That's probably 3 too many at this stage. And Hurricane is gonna rely on Hallucinate Infinity to get a scouting. We see SpeCial taking the other base. Makes sense to me that a Terran picks this base, especially if he wants to play aggressive. And what's really mind-numbing about this map is that if one player takes the horizontal third and the other takes the triangular one, these 2 bases are very close together.
Yeah,
like
you can.
The distance between them is insanely short. There is a ramp, but let's be honest, they're very close.
Yeah, even that ramp area in the middle It's like huge, so it's like, I mean, you can't really even consider that a ramp.
Yeah. It makes for a good defensive spot, but if a Terran player takes control of it, it's gonna be very hard to deny this control, especially if the rocks are unbroken. Yeah, tanks are gonna be very good on this map.
Yeah, a lot of tank area that you can position your tank behind, whether it's the rocks or whether it's just like little kind of what is this called? It's like this little cliff area. I'm not sure what you call it, but anyhow, just plenty of areas where the tank can get into really great position. Even the one kind of the base below that third base of a hurricane, you can park some tanks and kind of hit the assimilator.
Yeah, that is actually a little bit unhealthy, probably. Yeah, I mean, both are like. I was thinking about Cerulean Fall also because next to the other third, the fourth base that Hurricane is taking, there is a ramp where you can place tanks, and there is also a choke point. So yeah, tanks are gonna be very good on this map.
Yeah, you know what? I just noticed that Special is actually going for mech play,
Yep.
and I think he's probably gonna try to pull out some mech play here on this new map, just to test it out, see if it's actually a good map to go for it, or whether it's a better map for a bio play. But we do see a little bit of a sneaky war prism here on the left side. Will be confronted with a Viking, so well positioned Viking there, and SpeCial just keeping his eye out on the kind of the drop areas.
Hurricane will try to hit with the timing of its own, plus 2 attack is halfway through and is already sending a bunch of units, warping in more High Templars to make more Archons to start dealing damage. This mech army is a strong one, but it will struggle against many Archons. Hurricane just needs to wait a little bit until his upgrades are done. He has a pylon in the right side of the map to warp in units if he needs to defend that base, but in the end, this push is gonna be everything SpeCial will focus on for a little while. Even though there is a warp prism here, the Viking is shooing it away. Zealots are setting up for a run, but the main army are collecting right now. Archons are still very healthy right now, with the tanks trying to deal with the Zealots right now. These double engagement from Hurricane is really paying off. In the end, this Raven did a lot of job, but a lot of SCVs are falling down for SpeCial, and more Zealots are gonna be worked in. Cyclones can't do much in this scenario. Tanks are hitting more SCVs than anything, and it looks like Hurricane will clear the army of SpeCial. This third is in danger. Both players lost so much army, and SpeCial right now, with his production, he will probably be able to deflect the final part of the push, but the cost paid was pretty high for both players. I don't really know who's gonna take the better of this game for now. 14 SCVs down, basically the whole third base was sacked, and SpeCial lost all of his tanks. But yeah, Hurricane lost 2 Warp Prism. He doesn't feel like he can do much. The army of SpeCial was outgrowing him, but I don't know if that was the best GG timing I've ever seen, right?
Yeah, it was a weird GG timing only because I don't think he was completely out of the game, but I'm thinking maybe because if you do not really kind of win with the initial attack against mech, with
Yeah.
basically kind of gateway units mostly, right? Then the Terran will probably bulk up and keep producing those higher tier units, and then later on, once the counterattack happens, it gets a little bit harder for the Protoss to defend. But I feel like he did okay enough damage to at least continue the game, but I guess he decided, nah, I think I'm pretty much dead. So unfortunately for him, he GG'd out, and SpeCial will take game number 1. And now it's going to be loser's pick here, and it'll be up to Hurricane to decide what the next map is. All right, let's see what the guys will choose as their next map. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and check out one of our sponsors in G Fuel. They're the official energy drink of esports. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look to take a look at this little clip here to see what G Fuel is all about. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
You know G Fuel is the official drink of esports, and right now they're inviting you to take a trip down memory flavor lane with their new G Fuel bubblegum flavor. It's their newest mind-boggling concoction made with zero sugars and packed with antioxidants and vitamins. Get transported back in time with this classic taste of childhood while getting the energy and focus you've come to expect from G Fuel products. Check out their sponsor quests on the event page for more information on how to get your hands on G Fuel's nostalgic take on a time-tested favorite. G Fuel. Now let's get back to some StarCraft.
All right, thank you F equals MA for that. And we're headed into game number 2 of this best of 9 series.
This time, it's gonna be an old-timer. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Death Aura is a blue Protoss player trying to get back into the series after losing the first set. It is Hurricane.
And spawning here at the bottom right, we have ourselves Red Terran player up 1-0, looking to extend his lead to 2-0. It is SpeCial.
It is an interesting pick. Most likely Hurricane has chosen this map because it was in the old map pool. Curious fun fact, he actually chose Everdream, which is not gonna be in the next map pool, to the sadness of many pro players who actually enjoyed playing a lot on Everdream, especially in this matchup. But yeah, it's not gonna be that. It's gonna be Death Aura right now, and we will see what Hurricane will do this time. I'm expecting a target play, but I might be wrong. At least as an opener, mostly.
All right, looks like both players doing diligently in terms of scouting. Probe, of the course, kind of scouting on the right side of his base,
Yes.
of his natural, while Special's also scouting on the right side.
Yeah, seeing that probe come from that direction, probably prompting into checking for some more kind of proxies. Death Aura is a very large map. You can hide a lot of stuff in this map. Like this spot SpeCial is checking right now. It's a very important one. Many things can be hidden there. And yeah, it's not gonna find anything for now. Hurricane will just keep building stuff in his own base. And so will SpeCial. So what is actually your prediction? Even after game 1, we've seen SpeCial play a very good game, but it's not like Hurricane wasn't like underperforming. Like his game was still pretty good. Like even after taking many losses, his attack was a good attack. Like the Zealots flanking, getting many SCVs, it was a good attack. No
Yeah, I mean,
matter what.
it's kind of hard to kind of analyze that last game because, like you said, yeah, I think after the attack, it felt like closer to even instead of like one person, being claimed as the clear winner there. So it'll be, I mean, you would imagine like how would that game would have played out if the game continued. So I guess this game, I mean, is a brand new game, brand new map. And we'll see if this could be a better indicator of how these players are playing today.
Yeah, I'm expecting something more out of Hurricane anyway. Like getting already into Blinkstalkers as your first stack, which is something more standard, already sets him up for another type of game, a little bit aggressive one. But SpeCial doesn't want to leave his opponent the time to go for a long macro game, getting his key units, getting the Robo Bay. Just gonna put down a fusion core and said, nah, just gonna Battlecruiser rush you.
Now we usually see this more in like TVZ, but in TVP, yeah.
Like him and TY, they're always gonna have one of these builds in these games. We see a Medivac first out of the Starport, which is interesting. He didn't wait for the fusion core to be done to start a Battlecruiser. I mean, it could be Ranger Liberators or even like Medivac upgrade, Medivac speed. But yeah, I don't think it will. Hurricane will scout it with Hallucinated Phoenix. Good scouting. But it's now up to SpeCial. What is he up to?
Well, he has a 2 SCV out there. It looks like he's actually planning to throw down either some bunker or some turrets. Actually, does he even have an engineering bay? No, he does not. So I guess it's just basically turrets. Or maybe just to repair? What is this?
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. There's already a little bit of an attack with a Cyclone and a bunch of Marines. The Medivac is gonna help with that. No upgrades used out of the fusion core yet. These Stalkers now have planes that can try to outtrade the Marines, but just kiting them, and that's exactly what they're doing. Medivac is not gonna go down. Good save on the Cyclone as well. But SpeCial is gonna lose 3 SCVs sent with the push. And okay, right now he's following these Stalkers again, but Hurricane will just outproduce him right now. And yeah, that's exactly what is happening. Blinking forward as well. That's a little bit crazy out of Hurricane, but he's gonna get the Medivac. He's gonna get his Viking as well. Immortal is very bruised, but so is every single unit of SpeCial. And right now, they're dead. And this fusion core, it absolutely did nothing this game.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of a botched build here by SpeCial. Like, he went for the fusion core, but he never made use of it. I mean, he's right now making a Raven. He made the Medivac and then the Raven after opening up with a fusion core. I am not sure what this is. And then he pulled 3 SCVs for absolutely no reason. You would think either to throw down, bunker or turrets or something. But he didn't even do that. And, there was only the Cyclones to repair, as well as the Medivac, but he wasn't even repairing those. So I am not exactly sure what SpeCial was going to go for with that push.
One thing is certain, he needs this Raven for defense. Right now he's gonna put down an auto turret. That's exactly what he needs to deal with these units, but this Immortal has taken so much punishment while the rest of the army of Hurricane was dealing with everything. And yeah, this is not looking great for Juanito. Hurricane gets game number 2. And what a sloppy game by SpeCial.
Yeah, I don't know whether he just like messed up the build or whether he just like was winging it, but it did not look planned.
Yeah, it was I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to do with the fusion core. I don't know if it was battle cruisers or liberator range or Medivac booster upgrade, but none of that could happen. He did a very off push, which didn't accomplish anything at all, just a couple Stalkers killed. And then he was forced into a Raven for defense, but he didn't have any Cyclones back home to deal with the Warp Prism, to deal with Immortal. And it was just that. It was just a couple tanks unsieged as well to deal with a bunch of Stalkers. It wasn't like really the cleanest game out of him. So we're gonna go on a new map again. SpeCial just told us to choose any new map, so I'm gonna choose the one which is hardest to pronounce.
I'm just gonna predict Jagnatha. Jagnatha?
Jaganatha.
Oh, Jaganatha. Yeah, Jaganatha.
Yeah, it looks like straight up of a Star Wars movie, or I don't know. It looks cool though. This map looks very cool. I love it.
It does sound cool just from the name alone, but you know what? I look at the kind of the 4 new maps, and I gotta say, my favorite. I mean, I like, mind you, I did not see or take a look at how the maps are. Just the name alone, just basing on the name alone, I love Romanticide.
Yeah, that looks like a a grunge song from the 90s.
It looks like a map made for love. Just like where couples go to as their honeymoon or something. I don't know.
Isn't it supposed to be the opposite, like romanticide? Like killing the romanticism?
Hmm. I think it's just to like. Oh, I think it's just like a map of romance, right? I don't know.
Well, I hope you're gonna go there in this series, but for now, spawning in the top right hand corner as the blue Protoss, tying up the series in game number 2, is gonna try to go ahead here on Jagannafa. It is Hurricane.
And spawning at the bottom left. Pulling out a little cheese here to start off this game from Team Exxon is SpeCial.
Yeah, we see a 1 Rex proxy, so he's not gonna like hard commit here. He's just gonna have a very fast Reaper, and Hurricane kind of expects this. I don't know why. And he's thought about it perfectly.
What a lovely scout.
It would be just a couple Reapers. Like, if there were like 3 barracks here now, yeah, that would have been a scout.
Yeah, but I don't see players in the future doing 3 barracks only because I feel like you can wall off with just 1 gateway right there, right? The cliff area. Just like throw a pylon and then the gateway to wall off.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah, but because this is a new map, they haven't practiced it. They don't know the the building layout. But I feel like in the future we'll see a lot of gateway blocks in that cliff area.
Like, if this was Protoss versus Zerg, I think Hurricane would have never accepted to play on the new maps, just because they're not like really clear with the wall-offs. Like, this wall-off in the natural, it is kind of off, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's huge. Like, I'm afraid for Protoss in PvZ. Like, if you could 12 pull every game as a Zerg, I don't think the Protoss will be able to wall off in time.
And like, the distance between the wall off and the nexus is very short. So imagine like the Zergling rush here. It's gonna be very hard to wall off after the first wall is gonna fall.
Yeah.
There's not much space to do that. But it is not the matchup we're witnessing right now. Hurricane is gonna go for a Stargate while Hurricane has made his 3rd Reaper and is just gonna fly back home to complete his proxy. These Reapers are already getting something here. This Elf is very ready now. It's gonna survive, but just barely. And in the end, the only thing that is going to die this game is gonna be a probe for now. Yeah, Hurricane was already a little bit undecisive on where to put his pylon in the natural. And this is not even Protoss versus. Big luck spike. Only to me?
Alright. Looks like we're seeing a... Oh! Reapers will slide through here, but luckily for Hurricane, we'll be saved by that nice little shield battery there. Now it's going to be Phoenix here for Hurricane. What do you think about this?
I think it's a very good choice over here. SpeCial going for that Banshee play is not gonna be easy for Hurricane to deal with that without an Oracle. This attack by SpeCial, by the way, is already doing a lot of damage. As you can see, the first Phoenix is already starting to get value. But aliens are in the mineral line right now, and these Stalkers are falling one after the other. Another Phoenix is up, ready to lift another alien. The Stalker actually survives, and here comes the damage. 3 Reapers, actually 2 of them are still alive. These probes are not faring well right now. Oh, this is a little bit of a disaster for Hurricane. I was expecting him to do better over there. Second Phoenix was not ready in time. Another Stalker gets 14. Look at the probe kills. 12, 13, and counting. These Reapers just refuse to die right now. Aliens and Reapers trying to end the job here in the natural. 17 probes. And you know what? An Oracle is coming. but these Banshees are still gonna do damage right now.
Yeah, Cloak is almost done. And these Oracles, are these Oracles going across the map? I feel like... Wait, does he have an Oracle? No.
Yeah, it is coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Okay, yeah, it's coming now.
Hurricane trying to set up a little bit of a counter-attack over here with these 3 Skulkers. There are a bunch of Marines waiting for it, but of course they're still gonna get some value, at least kill some Marines. One of the Skulkers is badly bruised, but in the end Hurricane is gonna clear every single one of them. And he can start getting some SCB kills. Cyclone is out, and these Stalkers are probably gonna have to back off. Repair gets issued by SpeCial, and Cyclone barely survives. It's time for the counterattack. Banshee's gonna come. And you know what? This looks like a good time for Hurricane to top out of this game. Phoenixes are going back home. The Oracle drops the Revelation. Actually, clean defense by Hurricane.
Yeah, but... Yeah, and now Hurricane's looking to get on top of the Terran army. He will snipe off the tank, and it just barely gets these Cyclones. So now there are only a bunch of Marines to defend. There is a Banshee to join, but actually, oh no Revelation to cast on this Banshee. So this Banshee will be able to, at the very least, clean up the rest. But oh my god, no answer for this Oracle. An additional 6 kills here for Hurricane.
Right now, Specialists just decided to counter with the Banshee, but Phoenixes have a lot of energy right now. Another Oracle is coming ready to Pulsar Beam. These SCPs were the heroes of the hold. As of now, though, Hurricane is clearing every single unit, lifting up those Marines as well. And so many SCVs are falling left and right. Another Pulsar Beam gets activated. Oracles and Stalkers alike getting damaged. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Revelation gets dropped on top of the Banshee, and not a single probe fell down. Okay, actually one probe fell down. A Hurricane on the other side of the map is just dealing with everything. The Banshee is trying to deal with the remaining Stalkers. No Revelation at the ready. And you know what? SpeCial survives, but just barely. Those mules are gonna help him a lot. And right now the game is basically reset. I still feel like SpeCial is a little bit ahead. More probes are actually dying. Revelation gets dropped. 4 of them are gonna fall to the Banshee, and Hurricane is looking to move through the map again to get some more damage. Oh, Lightning is out.
Oh, well, he catches Banshee here out in the middle. I don't think he was paying attention. He's just going for the full-on counter here. And finally he realizes and will be turning back the Oracle and the Phoenix. But there is a scary Protoss force coming here at the front side of the natural of SpeCial.
Banshee's not gonna do anything. Hurricane is gonna counter it perfectly, and we're basically witnessing a tug of war game. Basically, we're playing direct strike, both players sending waves after waves of units at each other, and it looks like this time Hurricane is gonna have a very powerful army at the doorstep of SpeCial. Cyclones get the lock-ons on top of some units. Those Banshees are not here anymore, and right now Hurricane is diving on top of the natural, lifting up those Cyclones to deal with the rest. His tank, true hero right now, dealing so much damage, but still so many of the units of Hurricane have actually survived. Another lift up on the Cyclone, which is gonna be repaired by the SCVs. In the end, SpeCial again is gonna hold, losing 7 SCVs, but in the end Hurricane has lost way more units than he was probably supposed to against such a small army of Juanito. Hurricane still trying to get some damage here. Another lock-on gets another unit. The tank is unsieged and at the third right now, trying to defend over here. Another tank is joining up, lifting up one of the tanks, trying to get some more damage. But it looks like Hurricane has to disengage over here. Otherwise, he's just gonna lose everything he has. This acceleration zone is gonna help him get out of the third.
Oh my god, just noticed that there's a huge big ass circle of acceleration zone here. I didn't even notice this. Wow.
Yeah, there are 4.
Oh my goodness.
All in very interesting spots as well. That's why both players were trying to go so aggressively, I think.
Yeah, this seems like a map that kind of lends itself to more of a an aggressive kind of play.
Yeah. There are a bunch of choke points here and there, a lot of rents, but in this matchup, I'm expecting a lot of aggression. Hurricane going into the main to get some SCBs. He needs way more than that to be able to deal with whatever SpeCial is planning for him right now. Double Rex here in the third to keep this base well defended. And you know what? His production is getting a little bit out of control for Hurricane, who still needs his tech to deal with this much bio, and he doesn't have it yet, while SpeCial is already moving out.
Yeah, this is probably the perfect time for SpeCial to move out, only because, you know, Hurricane, he doesn't have any storm tech or anything. He's kind of transitioning in. Yeah, I think Hurricane noticed that already, and will GG out really quickly there without even the fight starting. And SpeCial takes what would be considered a very chaotic game here and go up 2-1.
That was a very chaotic game. Like, both players going so ham on each other, getting all over the aggression. And in the end, I feel like SpeCial had the better defense and the better offense. So it was interesting to see how he decided to interpret this map. And I'm eager to see more games on Jagannatha. It looks like an interesting map.
Definitely.
Both players are ready. And for the happiness of Snoopy, we're going our romantic side this time.
All right, I'm looking and I'm seeing like certain people having trouble with the stream. Hopefully, I mean, I have the same settings as always, so I'm not sure if it's Trovo's server or whether it's my computer, but I don't know. I don't think it's my computer. But let me know if there's any more problems, because I could see the stream fine, and all, but some people are saying they're having trouble viewing it.
Hope everything is gonna be fine for you guys. Don't want to skip a bit in this series. Games are very, very frantic this far, so better set up your streaming platforms correctly, guys, because right now everything is fine for Snoopy, and I hope everything is fine for you, because here in the top left hand corner of Romanticide is the blue Protoss player. It is Hurricane.
And spawning at the bottom right is the red Terran player. He, of course, is looking for a 3-1 lead here. Can he do it? It is SpeCial. Iconti says, I gotta say, I feel like this is of all the 10 years of StarCraft I've seen, this might contend as the biggest main base I have ever seen in my life.
You know what? I think you're right.
This looks...
This main base is gigantic. Like, I remember, like, it is as wide as Cyber Forest, which is very wide. But then it's just huge. Like, yeah, I don't think it has any contest. Like, Thunderbird, smaller. Dreamcatcher, smaller. I don't know, like, there. Yeah, I think you're right. This is a very big main.
Yeah, if it's not actually the biggest, then it's definitely one of the biggest, because I feel like the ramp area is so huge, and then you look at the kind of the main base at the kind of the either the right side of Hurricane's base or the left side of a SpeCial command center, and it's just like also huge. A lot of dark areas.
Yeah, Nidus is gonna be a problem on this map, guys.
Yeah, I'm guessing
I
we're gonna...
talk as an expert of Nidus, by the way.
Yeah. You're already having ideas.
yeah, exactly. I was just like already imagining the tears of my opponent. Witnessing a million Zerglings come out of nowhere. And Hurricane is gonna get a scouting with his adept over here. Gonna get a little bit of a kill on this Marine as well. No Reaper out of SpeCial. And yeah, in the end, Hurricane is also gonna leave with his adept life. And he's gonna go for a Stargate play again, which looks like the most solid play, especially since he doesn't really know these maps yet. And you know what? A little bit of a proxy here next to this mineral wall in front of the third, while SpeCial is setting up a counter-attack. Hellions already getting on top of the mineral line. Gonna be 3 kills. And you know what? It's not bad for SpeCial. That's interesting. And a fusion core gets dropped as well. Hopefully this time he's gonna make some fusion core units while the Oracle is going through the map for Hurricane.
Yeah, but you know what? Hurricane, he looks like he's going for an aggressive push. He got a proxy pile in there. He's warping in on some stalkers, but he's also joining up force with some three adepts as well as the Oracle. I think he might go for a push in. I'm looking at the natural of SpeCial, and it doesn't look like he has much there.
I'm a little bit scared about this Widow Mine on the ramp. I could get an Oracle for free. Oh, Revelation gets dropped. Hurricane. Sharp Eye. And he's gonna stop these Widow Mine from dealing too much damage. As of now, there's already a bunch of units for SpeCial already here, which are way more than I was expecting. Widow Mine is gonna take a shot on top of one of the Adept's Oracles. Are actually gonna fall, both of them. And SpeCial is gonna lose a bunch of SCVs, yes. But the cost paid by Hurricane was probably way too high. More Stalkers are coming. This is gonna be a nasty push to hold, especially since the first Battlecruiser has just been started. More Cyclones are coming. The SCVs are sucked here into the main, trying to deal with the Stalkers and keep these Cyclones alive. Another Cyclone actually falls. Lock-on is on cooldown for the other, getting repaired right now. More Marines are coming, but Hurricane has set up a very powerful contain here in the natural. Cyclone is gonna get another lock-on, but for nothing. One of the Stalker falls to the Marines, but more SCVs are gonna sacrifice their lives for it, and more Stalkers are coming from the proxy. Oh, this is a little bit of a sloppy game again. And you know what? SpeCial doing his best to deal with this. He's just gonna buy more time for his Battlecruiser to be out. Once it is out, it's gonna be very, very problematic for Hurricane to deal with it. But this base over here is in the red elf. It is burning down, and SpeCial is trying his best to repair it. It's not really an easy task. All of his army is trying to get on top of these Stalkers. More SCPs are gonna be sacked, and the Battlecruiser just goes straight up to the other side of the map, trying to get damage. Cyclone gets a lock-on, gets another Stalker. Marines are dealing with the rest, but the Cyclone will need to back off for the time being. But these Marines are doing all the job that he needs right now. SpeCial with the Battlecruiser play, forces a recall, kills the remaining Stalker, and sets up for a very, very aggressive attack. Getting this pylon is powering up the Stargate, and this is gonna be game over for Hurricane most likely. There are 3 Stalkers, but they're not enough. Trying to deal with a Battlecruiser, it's a very, very difficult task right now for Hurricane, and SpeCial is sending the rest of his army through the map. Battlecruiser very bruised, very ready now. As of now, he just needs to get more units. The Spot Grade is still gonna be chrono boosted out, but the rest of the army of SpeCial has joined the party.
Okay, he's desperately trying to clean up here at the natural. He does have the Void Ray to deal with the Battlecruiser, but the main question is, can he clean up this attack, this frontal attack here? And I think he just barely has enough.
He has enough for sure, but how much did he pay for it? 2 chrono boosts, 20 probes. He needed to make a second Void Ray. He still lost a bunch of Stalkers. His proxy was deflected. His third is right now producing probes. but SpeCial is just outgrowing him. He's making another battle cruiser, he's making more cyclones. He has already a pretty healthy amount of marines. And Hurricane making 3 Sulkers at a time. With Blink, he's gonna be able to thin down the army of SpeCial, but not much more.
Yeah, this also this pylon here at the kind of near the third base of SpeCial, still up and running. So if he wanted to, he can warp in some additional reinforcement. But Blink is not done yet, so he's got to be careful not to overextend and get caught out.
Yeah, these Cyclones locking on the same Stalker without Blink, they're just gonna get the kill fair and straight. And with the tank sieged up over here, these Cyclones are not gonna, these Stalkers, sorry, are not gonna get much. Finally, the pylon gets spotted by SpeCial, which is gonna completely deny the rest of the proxy play. There are 2 Void Rays ready to answer the battle cruiser, but SpeCial, cleverly, he didn't actually tactical jump through the map. He's saving tactical jump to retreat. But I don't think this battle cruiser will get much, to be honest. Yeah, he's just gonna tactical jump back home.
Yeah, he realized early on that there were void rays out on the map, so instead of tactical jumping right out of the starport, he actually flew across the map. And yeah, it looks like he will be able to save it just from that decision alone. But Hurricane, he's throwing down a quick 4th base here. He's probing up, he's getting his macro on, but he doesn't have a lot of transition out of this. He only has Blink, but not a lot of, like, not anything else behind it. I mean, he is getting charged, but I mean, sticking with just basically gateway units is not kind of the best answer, especially since SpeCial is going for mech play.
Yeah, he already sets up a very good defensive position as well. One that Hurricane is not gonna be able to break very easily. And the more this game goes on, the more it goes in favor of SpeCial this far.
But you know what? I'm looking at the map. I'm like, there is quite a lot of open space area. I mean, if Hurricane can catch SpeCial out in the middle of nowhere and get like a little bit of a flank or a surround, he might be able to clean up the mech army. It's hard to say though.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised SpeCial decided to go for a mech play. It was looking like mostly he was finding himself going into mech and he just rolled with it. Now this battle cruiser is trying to deal with the void ray, not gonna be easy for him. Just gonna tactical jump away again. And I'm trying to investigate about the reasoning for SpeCial to go into mech. Probably those bridges are worth prompting him to go in mech. And right now he's gonna expand to a 4th base, but this 4th base is gonna be pretty hard to defend. Like as you were saying, this area is very wide open.
Yeah, I mean, if Hurricane wanted to, he can pretty much set up a kind of a concave. But it looks like SpeCial, he's going to go on the attack, recognizing there's only really, you know, tier 1 units here, not a lot of bulk to his army. But he's got to be careful. There are the High Templars. Now, luckily for SpeCial, Storm isn't quite done yet, so this tank push can quite possibly do a bit. Oh my god, look at this area, this tank siege positioning. I love it.
Oh, yeah, that is way too crazy. Oh, there is no air unit over here to spot them. The tanks are just gonna go ham on everything. The rest of the bottleneck army is just collapsing. And Hurricane doesn't even want to deal with this. This gotta be fixed, my friend.
Oh my goodness.
Don't take that base, boys.
Yeah.
Just don't.
That's a good advice there. Take another base.
That is not a good base to take. Like, this reminds me a lot of what was that other map that you take that kind of weird base forward? Parasite?
Maybe it was one of the. I remember it was
yeah.
like there was a dark map area.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called though. It was in this. It was.
No, I don't think it was.
It was.
No, I don't remember.
It was like on the ladder map like a couple seasons ago. I feel.
Yeah. I don't remember. But there was one that had kind of the same issue.
Mm-hmm.
Parasite also kind of had the same issue, but Parasite was just insanely big as a map, so didn't have as many problems. All right. Hurricane Peak. Any map, he says. So we might as well go on the last of the new maps out of the new map pool, which is going to be Lightshade, being the substitute for Nightshade. And you
Oh,
know, these maps are basically symmetrical. They're identical, like there's very little difference. You're gonna see anyway.
all right. Let's go ahead and pin that message on top. So as you can see, there's a message there that directs you to the Matcherino page. There is a Matcherino page for this event. You click on it, enter the code AXCOM166. That adds 50 cents for free to the overall prize pool. And also, if you want to do some extra sponsor quests on the side as well, that kind of encourages our sponsors to put in more money into the StarCraft 2 scene. So if you can do all that, help the players out, that'll be lovely. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and jump into game number 5.
We're on Lightshade for the 5th set. Spawning in the top left-hand corner is the blue Protoss player, finding himself in a very bad spot. He needs to win 4, and he can only lose 2. It is Hurricane.
And spawning here at the bottom right, we have ourselves a red Terran player hailing from Team Exxon. He is SpeCial.
Alright, last game you said it was like the biggest main base we've ever had. And this game, I'm gonna tell you that this is the shortest, smallest map since Legacy of the Void is a thing. This map is so little that it doesn't really look fair. Like, what is the rush distance? It is like 38 seconds, maybe less. I don't know.
Somewhere around there.
Minuscule, like.
Yeah, I wonder how many seconds it takes to go across the map.
Not many is my answer. And yeah, SpeCial goes for the full wall of in the main. Not gonna bother with a command center before the factory, which seems like a solid choice to me on this map, which also looks very cool.
Yeah, and similar to, I believe, last map, this also does have quite a large, ramp area, or not ramp area, I guess like the naturals base, I guess opening.
Mm-hmm.
It looks quite large, so I feel like maybe you can take advantage of that, especially since it's on flat land, so there's no ramp going down the base.
Yeah, and here I thought Submarine was a small map. I got fooled. This map is even smaller. How many bases is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 bases? Like even Cyber Forest at 16.
Oh wow.
That's already saying a lot. Reagan, of course, proxying a pylon because this map is so little that why not? Well, SpeCial, setting up a little bit of a strike force, strike team, trying to get some damage. I will find only an adept waiting for him as well, which is gonna have a little bit of problem. Okay, the second adept is gonna come over here to deal with this. Bunch of probes are probably not gonna survive the attack. He's Alien, what a champ, already getting so many probes, 3 of them are gonna fall. SpeCial dies straight into the main. Hero probe is gonna get the kill, while the Reaper is gonna be found by the adepts and just gonna get away. No, there's a Stalker here in the natural, ready to deal with it. And Reaper is gonna fall. SpeCial setting up a bunker in the natural for defensive purposes, which makes a lot of sense. Yet again, while Hurricane is gonna go for a standard Stalker Blink play.
Yeah, I would actually love for Hurricane to throw down a gateway at that proxy pylon area to allow him to, warp in the units faster, because it looks like he's setting up for a blink play. So by the time that gateway would have been done, blink also would have been done. So, but it looks like he's gonna actually go ahead and retreat here, as he does spot the medevac coming in for this Widowmine drop. Or is it Widowmine? Yeah, Widowmine drop.
Yeah, it's Widowmine. And yeah, it looks like the Widowmines are gonna set up in the natural. It's gonna be a while for Hurricane. Oh, in the main. Oh, just barely on time. Especially he's gone on Burrow, trying to not waste the shot, but it's not gonna be worth it. Shot doesn't connect at all. Widowmine is going down, and yeah, SpeCial.
Oh, he researched the invisibility, right?
He just made an armory.
Oh, okay,
And
all right, there we go.
Boom. 11 probes. Goodbye. Yeah, that is not what you want to see as Hurricane. Like, it is pretty crazy that you just need to make an armory to have these Widowmines be invisible even after the shot. And an observer is gonna be chrono boosted, but it's not gonna be in time. Another Widowmine will get another shot, and boom, here it goes on top of the adept. It's gonna get one Stalker for free, and Hurricane's dreams of getting for an aggressive play are gonna be for none, since he needs to stay on the defensive and remake those lost probes.
Yeah, let's take a look at the income graph. Yeah, with those probe kills, it's all SpeCial advantage there. And yeah, he's going to have to use a lot of those chrono boosts to remake those probes. And oh man, even this Raven gets out barely alive. We'll get some additional probe kills. Oh my goodness.
That would have been such a clean kill for Hurricane, such a good way to get back into this game. But he's not gonna get the Raven, he's gonna lose 5 more probes. Hurricane looking in disarray right now. He's setting up a fair base, ready to replace those probes. But what does he have against the push, the SpeCial he's setting up? Not much. He's gonna have an Immortal. He's setting up the Robo Bait. He can probably have his first Colossus out in time. This is gonna be a very, very difficult game for Hurricane.
Yeah, I don't think he even should go for Colossus. I think he should go for Disruptors, because right now he is way behind and he needs some kind of way to get back to the game. And one of the ways you can get back into the game is by DTs, but also by Disruptors. If you can get some really great Disruptor hits, you can kind of slowly but surely get yourself back into a game where you're behind.
Hurricane is gonna spot the army of SpeCial and is gonna set him, pin him in his base most likely for a little time. But SpeCial doesn't really care too much. He's gonna repair his tanks, ready to set off. And Hurricane, okay, he has these Stalkers ready to get some kills here in this side blocked area. He's gonna get a Raven for free on, and the Medivac goes a little bit too further. Oh, wait a second, Hurricane is doing a lot of job over here, pinning the army of SpeCial. Gonna get the Raven, gonna get a bunch of Marines. Stalkers are gonna bleed backwards. With these with these Medivacs very bruised. The rest of the army is gonna commit over here. Very good force speeds are gonna block this army, but not good enough. Not gonna take too many kills. One of the Stalkers is actually gonna fall, but the first Colossus is out. Extended thermal lens halfway through, and charge is coming to be a very, very good thing for this push. Stalkers are gonna blink on the left side to try and deal with these tanks. A bunch of SCVs are gonna be pulled, but the Colossus actually falls down. It's just Stalkers and Sentries right now. 10 SCVs have fallen into the push, but it's still gonna be a way, way better engagement for SpeCial than it is for Hurricane. Charge is done, and these charge lots need to do a lot of work. Stalkers are low, and less left for Hurricane, and right now SpeCial can just go ham on the third base of Hurricane, almost tripling the supply of his opponent. SpeCial setting up for a 4-1 advantage. Another Colossus is out. More charge lots are gonna be wasted on this big army. GG is cold and SpeCial goes to match point.
Yeah, some really great play there by SpeCial, hitting at a moment where he only had one Colossus. So, I mean, one Colossus is not that great. You need like 3 or 4 or more in order to make them a bit more scary. They're kind of like carriers, where if you only have like 1 or 2 carriers, not that scary. But if you have a lot more, like maybe 5, 6 carriers, then it gets really scary. So, SpeCial, even pulling the boys just to make sure. I didn't think it was necessary, but it didn't hurt either way. So great job by SpeCial.
Only 2 maps left in the pool, and right now SpeCial already at match point. Hurricane needs to win 4 in a row, and he needs to win even after all of the maps are open again. Gonna be a titanic task for the Korean player, but who knows if he's gonna be able to get back. We're going on pillars for this set number 6 with the SpeCial at match point. I mean, I was expecting SpeCial to win the series, but you know what? He's been looking very good today.
Yeah, for sure. I felt like it would have been a bit closer series because I feel like their skill level is somewhat similar. But SpeCial, he's pulling out some special tactics, as Bright Raw would do in the back in the old golden years. But you know what? Hurricane, he's on the back foot. If he is to try to win this series, he's going to have to win every single game going forward. Let's see if he can do it.
Talking about the devil, spawning in the top right hand corner of pillars of gold is the blue Protoss player. It is Hurricane.
And spawning here at the bottom left. With a nice showing today, he is 1 game away from clinching this series. He is SpeCial.
What's up with this scout, by the way? Isn't it too early from SpeCial? Is this a bunker? Oh, alright. Of course, SpeCial. Why not?
Why not? I mean, you're up 4-1. Why not just pull out a nice little cheese, right?
Yeah. And the only game he lost was... Yeah, you do remember game 2. It was weird.
Yep.
That fusion core build that didn't make any fusion core units. With SCVs losing everything. Yeah, it was a off game by SpeCial. SpeCial has a lot of off. That's all that's really sets him a little bit apart from like the top 5, top 10 of the strongest players in the world. Like he has in a series he has too many games in which he kind of doesn't do anything good. That's really the only thing to me that's like SpeCial, aside from players such as TY, Cure, and that's it. I don't think there are many more, like Hero Marine maybe.
Yeah. I mean, he's always had a nice micro.
Yeah.
His decision makings at times, I feel like it's been a hold back, but yeah.
He is a very aggressive player. He commits in very weird pushes just because he needs to be on the aggressive side, which is unlikely to show up in some TY's games, which is clearly the player he resembles the most. So it is a little bit weird. But he's still such a strong player that really doesn't matter. This Reaper, by the way, wasn't really getting too much. 0 kills for him. He's just been battling with the Zealot for all the time. Hurricane, good reactions to this. And he's gonna drop down his Nexus, which is gonna be a little bit delayed. So this Reaper actually got something, but not without really causing disasters in the main base of Hurricane. Oh, a prop kill. Oh, a second one? Yes.
Oh,
right.
That's
a good one. Yeah, Adapt showing up just as Hurricane needed him. Or her.
You know what? I'm actually interested, or kind of a little bit shocked that he went for a follow-up barracks play, because his first barrack was across the map. You would think that, because he got scouted early and he floating his first barrack across the map, that he would just take into go into mech play instead. But no, he's actually thrown down additional barracks, and he is going to go ahead and I feel like he's going to go for barrel play here.
That said probe was blocked by SpeCial, supplied it with 3 times. It was a very funny play to see. But yeah, Hurricane, clearly very good scouting for him. Like, checking out everything that is happening. Probably gonna have a very good defense. Well, a good answer. Defense, we don't know yet. A Blink on the way and a Robo on the way as well. Hurricane is setting up to deal with the push, especially he's certainly setting up. Starport is gonna come as well, and especially he's gonna delay his third command center by quite a while with this play.
Yeah, I feel like he might go for a kind of timing attack.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't have a second tech lab, so he's not researching STEM. He's only researching combat shield.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know. Maybe he might actually go into a macro play, because I can't imagine going for a non-stem timing attack unless he's actually going for a kind of a tank push as well. Because if you go with the tank push, is you could kind of get away with this without the stem. But I still feel like a stem would make the fight so much more advantageous towards the Terran player.
So he's not even making medivacs as of now. So there are 3 things that he can do. One is go without medivacs and without steam and just pull the boys. 2 is just macro it out. 3 is start steam now and start attacking once steam is done. And 3, not hard commit. Or was it 4? I don't know. Yeah. It looks like he's not gonna pull too many boys, just a couple of them. Oh, the Stalkers are gonna intercept the second in the middle of the map. A good luck on. He's gonna force them to blink backwards. Hurricane already sending up this defense, making an immortal as of now. And these Marines, without a medivac to heal them, are just gonna fall to the Blink Stalkers, getting very bruised. But without steam, of course, no medivacs are really needed. The tanks are not even sieging up. They're setting up right now, just outside the boundaries of the natural of Hurricane. This Paladin is gonna go down, supply blocking Hurricane actually. And Colossus is coming, and more bunkers are gonna set up. That's probably what I wasn't thinking about, and was probably the most obvious of things. Bunkers here in the new natural of Hurricane are gonna be a big nuisance with 3 siege tanks completely holding off this ramp.
Yeah, now the good thing for Hurricane is that he did not throw down his dirt nexus. He did scout with the observer to push, so he delayed it, and now he's got the Colossus out, the first Colossus out. But is it enough? The 2 bunkers has gone up already, and here we go. He's gonna blink on top of these tanks, but there are so much tanks in the back.
The damage dealt by those tanks was just insane. Hurricane cannot do much. And guys, SpeCial with his A game, he's gonna take the series 5-1. And what a series by SpeCial. Wasn't even close today.
Yeah, the SpeCial was just on point today. And what would seem like a kind of a closer series has turned out to be almost a sweep by SpeCial. So congrats to SpeCial, and thank you also Hurricane for putting up some nice fight and games as well. But yeah, the winner of today's Alpha X Series 22nd edition will be SpeCial.
Quite deservedly so. Of course, Hurricane, still a very, very strong player. We were surprised Hurricane wasn't able to get a closer series this time. But then again, I don't really think those two players are so far away in skill that he cannot take his revenge on SpeCial, so I'm excited to see them playing again in the future.
Yeah, same here. All right, that pretty much does it for the Alpha X Series 22nd edition. But don't go anywhere, guys. We have a special treat. We're gonna cast some of our replays from the Alpha Pro Series 200th edition, between Innovation and who was the other guy? Let's see here, Innovation
Parting, right?
and Parting. Yeah. So we're gonna cast that. Unfortunately, Acontistas is not gonna be able to join us for that cast, but you can catch him back here next week when we cast our weekly Alpha X Series special. So any last words before we head off?
I can't wait to be with you guys again next week for a little bit more StarCraft. And thanks to everybody who tuned in. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a very, very good series, the one that Snoopy is about to cast. And yet again, thanks for having me. I'll see you next time.
All right. So we'll take about a 1 minute break. And then we'll be right back with the replay. So don't go anywhere, guys.
Our newest sponsor, Wicked Cuts, will blow out your taste buds with their premium craft jerky. And they have something for everyone. For naturalists, try their original peppered beef jerky or teriyaki turkey. Both are made with 100% natural ingredients and are gluten-free. Looking for something tender and mellow? Try the orange teriyaki beef and applewood bacon jerky, which are sure to hit your sweet spot. For the truly wicked, you can run the heat gauntlet, from sriracha-style bacon to volcanic jalapeno beef. If you can handle those, you might be ready to RIP into a bag of wicked hot Carolina Killer, spiced with Carolina Reaper, Scorpion, and Ghost Peppers. Not only are they sponsoring this tournament with quests, but they are offering a limited discount code of esports25 for 25% off for a short period of time. Go check out their products on Matrino's quests, and be sure to use the code esports25 at the checkout for that additional 25% off. Thank you, Wicked Cuts, for supporting our esports tournament and being the tender side of jerky.